Good morning class. In the last previous lecture we have learned about the process of crystallization. So what is crystallization? It is there used for, we have learned that whatever the solid is there, some of the impurities are there inside it. So getting the pure form of solid in the form of crystal, we are using the process of crystallization. So in the crystallization, whatever the particular solid is there which contains some of the impurity, and that impurity is there removed out by the process of crystallization, where we are getting the pure form of crystals of that particular solid at the end. So on that day we have not learned about the diagram. So today we are just briefly discuss about the diagram and about the examples of the process of crystallization, that which particular examples of solids are going to be there obtained with in the form of crystal for crystallization. So when we are talking use one of the paper in which impure solid is there. Suppose I am taking LM. LM is nothing but Ficker. So whatever the solvent we are taking water as a universal solvent. So we are just dissolving that impure solid inside it, and we are just continuously stirring it by the use of that particular lasso. And then after whenever that impure solid is going to get dissolved in that beaker, what we are going to do is we are taking the particular evaporating this, we are just pouring that solution, whatever the solution, impure solid solution, inside in that base, and then after this starts to get heated that solution. So what happens, whatever the impurity is there going to be removed in the form of vapor, and whenever we just keeping that evaporating this, whatever the china is or whatever the material you are using for cooling at room temperature, what you just observe, you observe that whatever the particular form of crystals are going to be formed on the particular side of that particular apparatus. Here we have used evaporating these, you can use the china dish also, and then after what we have to do is we have to cool that solution, and you are getting the needle like crystals over there. So this is all about what? This is all about the process of crystallization. What is the principle of crystallization? अगर पूछे तो हम लिख सकते हैं कि सॉलिड जो है उसमें कहीं ना कुछ इम्प्योरिटीज़ रहती है, वो इम्प्योरिटी को रिमूव करके वो पर्टिकुलर सॉलिड को प्योर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए और इन द फॉर्म ऑफ क्रिस्टल कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हम क्रिस्टलाइजेशन प्रोसेस यूज़ करते हैं. तो क्या इवापोरेशन और क्रिस्टलाइजेशन में कोई फ़र्क है? Is evaporation is better than crystallization, or crystallization is better than evaporation? Let's see the reason. What we have just answer for that. So here the answer given is no. Simple evaporation is not better than the crystallization. So what is the reason? That some solid substances decompose because excess of heat. कुछ substances ऐसे होते हैं जो ज़्यादा heat की वजह से टूट जाते हैं. They are going to be breaking down. Example is there given over here. That sugar gets chair on extra heat, it's going to be converted into sugar syrup. Now, if we are talking about the filtration, after filtration what happened? After filtration, some of the impurities remain in the solution. They get contaminated the solid, and therefore we are not able to obtain the pure substance that also contains some of the impurity inside in it. So evaporation, or what we can say that filtration, is not more effective than that of crystallization. We can say that crystallization is more effective than both of the processes. Now today we are going to learn about, in the last previous lecture what we have said, that we are going to learn about the separation techniques, that some of the example is given. So how we are going to find out that particular. So here we are just going to here ammonium chloride from a mixture which contains sodium chloride and ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is NH4Cl children, and it is a sublime substance. Sublime is it is directly converted into gaseous form, or we can say that it is a volatile substance. हमने सब्लिमेशन प्रोसेस के लिए प्रिंसिपल लिया है it is used for solid substance. Sublimation is always there for solid substance. And when we talked about sublimation process, it is used to separate out sublime from non-sublime substance, or either you can write that it is used to separate out the particular volatile substance from non-volatile substance. अब ये दोनों में हमें देखना है कौन volatile है और कौन non-volatile है, or either we can have to identify that which one is sublime and which one is not sublime. So here when we just talked about ammonium chloride, so we can say that it is sublime substance, or we can write that it is volatile substance. That means either on heating it converts into vapor, or at a room temperature or below room temperature it converts into vapor. And non-volatile substance, that means they are not going to be converted into vapor even on further heating. So when we talk about NH4Cl and sodium chloride we can say that it is non-volatile substance. So children, whatever the process is used over here to separate out both of the components, so that is sublimation process. Here both of the solute as well as solvent are there in the solid form. First one, sodium chloride from its solution. Sodium chloride is nothing but it is a common salt, or we can say that table salt. So we have just learned that whatever sodium chloride is, which type of substance? Non-volatile substance. And when we talk about water is a volatile solvent. Okay, it evaporates easily on heating. So it is used, which technique it is going to be used? The technique of evaporation. Both of the particular are going to be separated out by the process of evaporation. So sodium chloride from its solution in water, whenever it is there going to be asked in the exam, what you have to write is, it is going to be separated by the process of evaporation. Then ammonium chloride from the common salt, both of there are in the form of solid. So we are using the sublimation technique, that means we are just separating by the particular principle from volatile to non-volatile. Then small pieces of metal in the engine oil of a car. It is going to be done by filtration process. Different pigments from an extract of flower petals. Different pigments है अगर तो हमें पता है pigments they are just having color. So we are using the process which is known as chromatography. Chromatography, chroma itself indicating us the particular meaning with colors. So to separate out the different color from the particular same solvent, we are using the process of chromatography. Now butter from curd or butter from milk, if it is there going to be asked, we are just using the process of centrifugation. Centrifugation में हमने क्या देखा? Centrifugation unit we have learned about. Centrifugation में हमने देखा था कि is just having a 4-chamber apparatus. It just rotating with the higher speed, and after the process we are getting the lower density substance at the top, whereas the higher density substance at the bottom. So when we talk about the different pigments from an extract of flower petals, we are using which method? Chromatography. And butter from curd, we are using which process? We are using the process of centrifugation. Now oil from water. Oil and water both are considered as immiscible liquids. Immiscible, that means they are not going to be mixed with each other. So we have learned that they are going to be separated out. Either you can take kerosene oil or mustard oil or coconut oil, any type of oil you are just going to take along with water. Both of the components of solvent and solute are going to be separated by the process of separating funnel. Here we are going to use the process of separating funnel. Now tea, leaves from tea, it is going to be done by filtration. At the moment we are using the strainer to filter out the tea. So we can write that filtration process. Iron peels from sand. Iron is a magnetic substance, so we are just going to use magnetic separation. Wheat grains from Mars. So we are going to use winnowing. Winnowing is the process by which the lighter substance are just moving away, whereas the heavier substance remain on the particular vessel, by which we are just going to use the process of winnowing. Now fine mud particles suspended in the water. Either you can use declination or you can use filtration. Okay, so this is one of the particular process which you are just going to use for the separate out the mud particles which are suspended and they remain in the water. So here the answer are here. First process, salt from its solution, that is evaporation, you can see. Then ammonium chloride from the sodium chloride is sublimation. Then whatever the iron particles which are there in the changing card, it is filtration. Then the pigments, for that we have chromatography. Then we have water from curd E, that is centrifugation. Then we are separating from it, filtration, magnetic separation. Then winnowing or sedimentation and declination and filtration. So these are the particular techniques which is there given in your textbook in the form of question. So you can copy this particular separation techniques in your notebook and just try to solve out more particular by yourself.